All right, so what you're looking at right here, this is it. This is the final product of the entire SAP Build developer learning journey. We've been through all the exercises, and today we get to show off the pretty impressive result, the SAP Team App.
You know, a great app doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It needs to connect to the outside world. And that brings us to our next section, Smart Integrations. We're going to see how this app uses pop-ups and external links, starting with these actions down in the footer.
Okay, so here's that pop-up logic in action. When I click the little graduation cap icon in the footer, this overlay window appears with a daily learning nugget. This is a really clever way to share a bit of information without immediately yanking the user out of the app experience.
And then, once the user clicks OK, the app just seamlessly redirects them to an external site, in this case, the SAP Learning Site. Just think about how useful that is for things like training or company announcements. It connects your team directly to critical resources with absolutely zero friction.
Tracking your day. We're going to explore how it handles logging and, more importantly, data persistence, which is just a fancy way of saying it makes sure your entries are actually saved and don't just vanish when you close the app.
So, here we've got the Mindfulness Tracker. This is for logging things like, your water intake, exercise, and sleep. But the really neat touch is in the little UI details.
The best features are always the ones that are super easy to use. And logging your progress here is a perfect example. It's literally just 3 steps. First, you select your icons for the day. So let's say high water, a little exercise, good sleep, and a few breaks. Second, you just tap Update Your Day, and finally, you verify the entry. It's so quick, it's intuitive, and it totally removes any friction from your habits.
And here is the proof in the pudding. Clicking the trophy icon takes us to the list of track days, and look at that, our entry is right there at the top. This confirms the data has been successfully saved to the backend. Simple, effective, and it just works exactly like you'd expect it to.
All right, jumping back into the app for the final feature. And this one is all about connecting the team in a fun, informal way. It's called the Weekly Meet and Eat Randomizer.
So here's the scenario this thing is designed to solve. The app randomly pairs you with a colleague for a virtual coffee or maybe lunch. Awesome. But then comes that eternal question, what on earth are you supposed to eat or drink?
And here is where the fun starts. Let's hit spin the dinner and see what we get. Okay, it's landed on, wait, what? Spicy coffee and hot sauce. That is that's a very bold combination. I think we're gonna have to try that again. And the second spin gives us pavlova and mascarpone. Okay, now we're talking. That sounds absolutely delicious. It just goes to show how a simple little randomizer can be a really fun icebreaker for the whole team.
And speaking of modern features, you have got to see this. With just a single click up here in the top right, the whole app flips from the standard light mode to the super sleek dark mode. I mean, that's a huge user experience win. It's way easier on the eyes in low light, and it's a feature that, let's be honest, people just expect nowadays. It's amazing how seamlessly it's all integrated here.
So that's a full walkthrough of the app. I mean, from a polished UI to features that are both practical and fun, it really does showcase what's possible. It absolutely does. And it kind of leaves us with one final question for you. If you could build just one feature for your team's app, what would it be?